I'm aware that the lighting is shitty, but I don't feel like turning the lights on because I'm already overstimulated and I do not want to be overstimulated further. I'm also aware that I look ugly. I don't know if that's lighting or if I'm just ugly. But that also doesn't really matter right now. At least it shouldn't, because there is a rant bubbling up inside me. There is a rant, okay? And I think that people need to hear about this experience. Hydrate, though. Oh my god, why am I getting anxious? It's literally not that deep. I have my school assignment open right now. I can't do it because I'm starting to zone out. Why am I starting to zone out? So, I have to read an article. The article is what I have open right now, actually, along with 5 other tabs. No, 6, actually. 7. 6, 7. Anyway, I read stuff out loud because I have ADHD, and if I read it in my head, I can't focus. I'll get to the point, I promise. And so, while reading that, I was like reading in this mostly Americanized accent because that's kind of my accent most of the time. And it has been so for years. And then I was like, why does it kind of feel forced? Like, why do I feel like kind of like that talking like this is draining my mouth muscles or tongue or whatever the fuck, I don't fucking know how to say. But I realized that I was low-key forcing the American accent. I don't know if I am because, like, maybe I am, but I'm so used to it that it doesn't feel forced, even though it is subconsciously or, like, semi-consciously forced. Like, when I'm talking right now, this feels pretty natural, but it also, like, doesn't feel that good. Like, I don't know, if you're talking, right, you are usually supposed to feel like it comes easily. Not emotionally, just physically, right? And so like I was like, okay, let me drop that. Let me like try to be as natural as possible. And what did I discover? My real accent, if that's my real accent, sounds pretty much Arab plus Turkish plus anglicized, even Slavic, I don't know, but like Turkish accents are a little bit similar to Slavic accents. And I was like, okay, so is this my real accent? Have I just been faking the American accent? Because when I moved to Australia, not really gonna like go into detail on what that happened because privacy. But when I moved to Australia, I faked an Australian accent for like a considerable time, okay, for like 6 months because I wanted to fit in, as one does. And then I got tired of it, so I switched back to the American accent because that's like kind of I learned English by consuming mostly American media, like American gaming channels, shows, whatever. I switched to that because it felt more natural. So now seeing that this isn't really natural is just a mindfuck. My bad. Why did I say my bad? I want to say excuse me. Anyway, so the point this video is to talk about being a third culture kid, which I did not know this term until I think a few months ago. So oh my god. I actually don't know if I'm like gonna upload this anywhere. Anyway, so I am from Iraq, but I am mixed. So two different ethnicities from the Middle East, which isn't really a familiar concept to Western country. I don't even want to say Western because like I live in Australia right now, and it's literally in the very east of the global map. I mean, like depending how you look at it, it could be the West. Anyway, I keep going off on tangents. And like being born mixed um is already kind of a thing in itself. But I didn't know I was mixed until 2 years, no, 3 years ago. Anyway, that's not really gonna go into detail about that because it's personal. Um, and I moved to Turkey at the age of 4.5-ish, we'll say 5. As a refugee. And then I lived there until I was 13, and then I moved here. So what do we gather from that chat? We gather that I have not really had roots anywhere, and I've been like settling in one place, getting removed from that place, settling in another place, getting removed, settling in a third place. I don't know. I was planning on removing myself from Australia and moving to the US when I'm like, I don't know, when I can afford it, because it's multicultural and I won't have to fit in. That's literally the only reason, because never felt like I fit in anywhere. Like until the age of 5, I don't really remember much of Iraq really, except some issues that again I'm not really gonna share. Sorry. It's just like personal for my parents, family, whatever. I can't. Um, Shit, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh right, I didn't fit in anywhere. Oh, okay. So, like, I did not live in my homeland enough to feel like a part of it. And then I moved somewhere at like a very early developmental age. Um, with instability, like when I first moved there, my family thought that we were not gonna stay there that long because that was the plan. We're only supposed to be there for like 6 months, but we were there for 9 years. So I remember like my mom teaching me to read and write Arabic forcefully at like 11 p.m. or something, and me being like, no, but this isn't gonna like get me anywhere. Stop. I am still practically illiterate in Arabic, which contributes to me not feeling Arab enough. No, I'm not fully Arab. Yeah, it's very complicated. So, 5-year-old fetus moves to a different country, learns a different language in like less than a year. Honestly, kids learn fast. Gets exposed to racism, nationalism, kind of hatred toward refugees, all that stuff. And if Turkish people are watching this, do not come at me. This is my own experience, and I've not like shit talked y'all yet. Don't think I will. I don't think I will. Anyway, I'm like trying to keep my thoughts organized. Um, so I lived there for a very long time. Obviously, most of my life still is most of my life. Like, I'm 60 now, and it's more than half my life. Um, I was really excited because, like, when I first moved there, I was really excited because it was a more free country. Like, even though I don't remember much of Iraq, I do remember not really going out that much at all and being bored as fuck. And it's like basically spending time in the backyard and singing because I sing. And now I could go to the mall. Hey, yo, pause. Take a walk to the park. My mom doesn't have to wear the hijab. Crazy work. Um, and you know, I felt more free. I felt like, oh, okay, this is my life now. All right. And at first, I guess I didn't really want to learn Turkish because it was scary. Because it was scary, self-explanatory. Um, but anyway, most of the time, me being a kid, like I would say until the age of 10, 11-ish, when I started like kind of have more awareness about my actual situation in that country. I was told, you're one of us. You're just normal. You're just a normal Turk. You're one of the good ones. You're not like them. By fellow kids, by the way, like some adult people in Turkey might be saying this, but those were kids saying those things to me. I remember one time, like, because there is colorism in Turkey, because like they're really diverse in appearance, and so there is this bias toward lighter skinned, blonde, blue eyed people being more attractive. Not everywhere, but like, I mean, you can still be like tan and be considered attractive, but if you've seen Turkish series, most of the leading actors are gonna be looking more white, and most of the evil people are gonna be like tanned and fugly, not tanned and hot. Anyway, so I remember one time, like, I think this was third grade. Um, I was talking to my classmate about my neighbor kind of hating me, like hating us, I guess my family. He was like, if I was you, I would paint my face white and then go talk to her. I wasn't secure about being tan, even though there are tan Turkish people. But because I was not Turkish, and because, like, honestly, they saw me as less than them, because I was from Iraq, um, that made me even more insecure about being tan. And honestly, there were more things about me that were different from the other kids. I guess the other girls. I don't want to say girls assigned female at birth because I'm not a girl. I'm non-binary, but um, like I was. It's gonna sound so wrong. I don't mean this in a sexual way at all because I was a child, but I was thicker. Like why was 6 year old me thick? That really affected my self esteem because it wasn't just like skin tone and hair color and whatever. It was like also bone structure, slight differences, but they were still noticeable to me. And like fat distribution. And Turkish people were also mostly taller, so I was always the short kid. I am 4'10" right now. um. Anyway, so basically, I told myself that I was one of them and that I was gonna live in Turkey forever because I was a child. Um, and that, I was happy being there. But my dad was occasionally like, reality check, we're gonna move somewhere else soon. So like prepare yourself. Like you're not wanted here and they see you as less and like you're not one of them. You will never be one of them. And that's the problem though. Like the only reason they accepted me was because they saw me as one of them. But if my parents talked to other people, other Turkish people, because they had an accent and because, like, I guess they had experienced Arab culture more than me, they would get othered. And I saw that very frequently, and that fucks up your brain. I did not just experience racism, I honestly mostly witnessed it happening to my parents and online, especially after 2022-ish. Um, so yeah, anywho. And then, you know, I hit puberty. Turkey's economy kind of starts going to shit a bit more. It's very shit now. It's really shit. Like, um, and I acquire a phone, and I go online, and a lot of Turkish people, almost all of them. I don't really want to generalize because that's been done to me, and I would not want to do it to any other group of people. But there was a very frequent mention, especially of Syrians, because they mostly made up the refugee population in Turkey, and they were basically just hating on all refugees or hating on the bad ones. I might get hate for this. Don't know if I'm prepared for that, honestly. Like, I'm a minor. However, that really fucked with me. Like, that made me feel more and more like I was hated. I was not wanted there. Like, if Turkey had a chance, they would just, like, deport me immediately. Um, but they did it because the current president does not want that. So, I started resenting Turkey, and I started kind of moving away from Turkish media because at the time I was also staying at home most of the time because I had injuries and I was not going to school. That's a whole nother thing. That's not the topic right now, but you know, I consumed more and more Western media. I improved my English, all that shit. And I was like, 2023-ish. I was like, oh, okay, we're going to Australia. Finally, god damn. Finally, I can maybe, like, fit somewhere or, like, move away from all this hatred and misunderstanding. Honestly, I feel like this is not just exclusive to Turkey. If there is a flow of immigrants to any country, the majority in that country will scapegoat the minority, the immigrants, as it always happens. And I hope that they start to see that. I hope they you know, don't treat refugees as just a group of people that they can scapegoat, and that they don't really see as multidimensional, but as people. That's why I don't like it when people say you're one of the good ones. Because what do you mean? I'm a separate person. Like, just because just because I had similar life experiences with a group of people does not mean that I am them and they're not me either. So, like, zip it and educate yourself. Anyway, so moving here, low-key, first emotion, yeah, I can speak English full time now. It's like I felt more free than I was in Turkey because I lived in a conservative part of Turkey, and I couldn't really wear like short shorts, other revealing outfits. Again, as I said, it's not all Turkey. Western Turkey is more open-minded, way more open-minded than the East. I kind of lived in Central Anatolia, aka İç Anadolu. Anyway, I guess it's been fine. I guess. I don't have beef with Australia, but also I'm not really like strongly bonded with it either. It's just a country that I'm fine with living in. It feels normal now. But I still feel like something is missing. Like I don't know if it I don't know if this is ever going to change for me. Just feeling like I am not anything specific. I'm not Arab enough, I'm not Turkish enough, I'm probably not Western enough. I'm nothing. I'm a mix. And if I want to socialize with a group of people from some ethnicity, I don't fucking know, some group of people, I would modify my behavior to, I don't know, be more like them. Because that's part of being a third culture kid. You know about culture from various different places, and so you understand way more than the average person would about like global issues and shit. Like, for example, misogyny is a problem everywhere, but Americans, like, especially, I guess, white Americans would probably lose their shit if they found out that, teenage girls in some parts of the Middle East get murdered by their fathers if they have sex before marriage or if they sleep around, and that is still being practiced. And it's not over. It's not over. Like, it's not just how it is in your country. It's way worse elsewhere. Like, I'm not diminishing misogyny in the West at all. Okay, it's literally everywhere. Do not put words in my mouth. Uh, but yeah, I probably understand a lot of issues more deeply because I've just seen them manifest differently in different places. And that's good, I guess. Like, that's good. It makes you wise and shit. But with that comes not really fully relating to anyone. Feeling like you have to fake. Kind of wanting to cry when you see people of your ethnicity acting like people of your ethnicity, and you're like, oh, I look like them. Probably have similar genetics as them, but we're really different. I honestly don't know where I'm going with this, but it's a feeling that never really goes away, and I'm tired of it. And I don't know where I want to live in the world, like, because there's nowhere that really feels close to me. I just feel like an outsider all the fucking time, bro. All the fucking time. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just what it is. It's honestly painful. Like, talking to my parents, my Arabic is, it's fine, I guess, but like, I wouldn't say it's good. So I make a lot of mistakes. Like, still, I can still get my point across most of the time, but I do use words from other languages. But I feel like they kind of look down on my Arabic because it's not that good. If I talk to a Turkish person, I'll like I'll get the treatment of, oh, so you live overseas now, so you don't have to deal with the shit we have to deal with now. Bitch, I was literally a refugee. Shut your mouth. I cannot please anyone of any group, any ethnicity whatsoever because I'm just a mix. that creates a specific kind of emptiness and specific kind of loneliness that I don't really know how to explain because I'm just sad and angry now. Not angry, more like hopeless. The reason I made this video is because I felt like I have been keeping this in for a long time, and that I wouldn't say it's very uncommon, but it is not a common thing to experience, not very common. Like there's people who there's first generation immigrants, there's second generation immigrants. There's people who move to a different country at I don't know, like 7, 8 years old, 6, 7, whatever. But it's not very common to like spend the first 16 to 20 years of your life in 3 completely different places for not short periods of time. It's not like I was moving between different places fast. Like that's a whole another thing, and honestly that might be worse than my experience, but I don't really want to compare. Um so it's not like I wasn't settling anywhere. I settled and I got ripped apart and I settled again and repeat. So oh shit. Well, it's back. It's not your phone slash laptop slash whatever. Um, don't recommend. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend this experience. Yeah. Nationality and ethnicity and stuff should not be this important in my opinion, but it is because that's just how humans are. We are not that different from other animals, other social animals. So I think I'm gonna end this here now. It's been 27 minutes, 6 or 7. Sorry, I'm Gen Z. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this. If you watched it, I guess I hope that I've provided a different perspective or something. If not, just like go watch something else, I guess. Go watch porn or anime. I don't know what you watch, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna go dissociate a little bit now. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. Goodbye.